On the bright side, things cannot possibly, surely, get any worse. I hope.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I
go! It's travel day! Welcome to a brand new Walt Disney World vlog series. We have arrived at Port Orleans Riverside. It feels so good to be home back here in Port Orleans Riverside. I can't explain it, just it has a very specific smell in this resort which just tells you that you're home. So, travel day, almost done.
Almost done.
What would you rate your travel day out of 5?
I would say 3, it being generous.
That is charitable. I would rate my travel days as 2. It has been quite a difficult travel day. So quick recap on travel so far. We left the house at 5 AM this morning, travelled to Glasgow Airport, went from Glasgow Airport down to Gatwick Airport. That took about an hour and a half on the plane all in, if that. And then we had a frantic race through Gatwick. There was a delay when we arrived at Gatwick where another aircraft was in our stand.
Yes.
So we were late off the plane, which meant we had a very, very short space of time to reach our gate. So we did the Home Alone run through the airport, complete with music. We ran through the airport, but we did make it. We made it our flight with probably just a few minutes to spare.
Yeah, they started calling it as we got there.
Yeah, so our group was just being called as we got on the flight. Flight time was around about
8 hours and 40.
Yeah, something like that. Orlando Airport was a little bit stressful this time. Not the airport's fault. We had some issues with Mears Connect, and we also had some issues with the people randomly trying to take my suitcase.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm not the type of person that travels with carry-on luggage, so if they'd taken my suitcase, I was going to be wearing this fetching outfit for 2 weeks.
Or my clothes.
So, shall we do a quick room tour? Let's look around the room. I'm going to give you the full walk-in experience today. We are in room 8423 over here in the Acadian building. It's in the Magnolia Bend section, which I'll explain a little bit more later. Hello. Okay, so this is a room. This is a standard room. Port Orleans Riverside, like Port Orleans French Quarter, are moderate resorts. Let's take a look around. I'm so glad this is back. Look. We have the Mickey towels on the bed. We have stayed in these rooms before. In fact, Ross and I are going to debate this for the rest of the evening. I am pretty sure we have stayed in this room before.
I think we have.
I think this was our room previously. Now this has been completely refurbed since we were last here, and it now has a Princess and the Frog theme, which let's see if we can open that out. Look at that, that's so pretty. So we have the Princess and the Frog shower curtain. Over here we've got some artwork on the wall. Oh, look at the detail on the lamps. I didn't notice that when I put them on. The flower detail, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I think that might be a little bit too bright. But it has almost lily pad flower detail on that. And I'm going to take this down because, if I'm not mistaken, there's some nice artwork on the bed behind there. I'm really glad they have these touches that still makes it feel very much like Port Orleans Riverside. In terms of charging, we've got a couple of USB ports over here, and then when we swing back round to this giant dresser, we've got another couple of USB ports, plenty of outlets, everything there. You can hear the Louisiana style music playing on the television. And underneath here we've got our mini fridge, which I've almost just pulled out the wrong way. Just a standard in-room mini fridge for all your beverages. The key thing, we still have the Joffrey's Coffee 50th anniversary blend. That'll be me first thing tomorrow morning. Let's go and see the bathroom. I haven't yet been in the bathroom, so let's go and check this out. Hi. Hi. Let's see. Ow! Bloopers! It's been a really long travel day, guys. It's been a really, really long travel day. So this is me and this shower, this curtain are not going to get along. So here is our bathroom. Nice double vanity there. Good size for all the various things that I will need to get ready in the morning. And then let's see what our shower situation is like now. So shower and toilet. It looks like these showers have been completely redone since we were last here also. And oh, it's still here, it's still here, look! They haven't gone yet. Oh, I'm so excited. I love the H2O Sea Marine, and I was devastated when it was discontinued. Oh, we have lotion, we have facial soap. Look at this.
Happy bunny.
This is why you shouldn't do room tours when you've been travelling for God knows how many hours, because you get hysterical. Just nice. Quite nice sized wall safe over here as well. Fit all our bits and pieces in there, and just your rail for hanging up all your clothes. But I absolutely love this room. You can see just lots of little extra details. That is a beautiful mirror again. Apologies for the mirror shot of me, but I love the variety of mirrors and lighting options in a Disney bathroom. It's still fairly similar to the style it had before. It's just been really nicely touched up with some Princess and the Frog details. Oh, I've just seen the curtains. Look at these. This is pretty. See the frog detail and the curtains. It's the little things that make me so happy when we come to a Disney resort. So that is a very, very quick and mildly chaotic room tour. It is a beautiful room. I'm very, very happy with the room. And yeah, travel day a bit more stressful than I would like, but it's, you know,
We're here now.
We're here, so it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, a few things went wrong today, and do I make this confession? It's possible that when I booked the Mears Connect bus, I may have only booked for me.
That's fine then, that's fine. You go by yourself.
I only booked for one passenger, so we are going to go and get freshened up. I'm going to see if I can do something with this incredibly air travel here, and then we are going to see if this rain goes off and head down to the Riverside Mill and get our first Riverside dinner. We're back in the room again. We've had a nice wander around the resort a little bit, not too much tonight because it's been a really, really long day. So we've been to the Riverside Mill to pick up some food, just fairly standard counter service stuff tonight, so I didn't take the camera along with us. I just grabbed a slice of pizza. Ross had the standard Disney bacon cheeseburger. One thing that might be a top tip, and I'm going to see if this is still the case later in the trip, we did notice that the menu and mobile order seemed quite limited for the Riverside Mill. The Riverside Mill is normally famous for having a really varied menu and some really interesting things on it. So at first I thought this might be a post-pandemic cutback thing, but when we got to the food court, you could see that they have a lot more dishes available if you're ordering in person. So I'll keep you posted later on in the vlogs if that turns out to be the case all the time, or if it was just a glitch on mobile order for tonight. But it's definitely something I'm going to look out for, because they definitely had some more interesting burgers than your usual standard quick service burger options. We also picked up the all-important refillable mug. And yes, it's filled with Coca-Cola. I am who I am. So I'm going to spin around in a wee second just to show you the new designs, because they've been updated from the 50th design that we had last time. You can see these are now in celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary that they're celebrating this year. Now that I've got my all-important mug, I think we're going to just chill in the room for the rest of tonight. Tonight's actually the NFL draft. Ross is a huge NFL fan. This is his biggest night of the year, so he's going to be watching that. And I'm going to watch some things on my phone that I have downloaded to watch. Either that or I'll probably just crash out within 10 minutes. Tomorrow we are starting the holiday properly with our first day at Magic Kingdom. So we've got 14 days here at Port Orleans Riverside. We're visiting all 4 Disney parks. We're going to do a fireworks dessert party one evening as well, and we've got a few table service restaurants reserved, a few different experiences that we're hoping to do in this trip. So I'm going to put the camera away for tonight, I am going to unpack, and then I'm going to crash out, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning,
Good morning.
Magic Kingdom. It's open! It's open! On the bright side, things cannot possibly, surely, get any worse. So we've been to the Magic Kingdom. It's now around about 4 o'clock, 4:30 p.m, something like that. When I say we have had a disastrous first day, we have had a disastrous first day so far. We got on the bus this morning around about 8 o'clock. We were there in plenty of time for early hours for resort guests. Arrived at the Magic Kingdom, sailed through security, the really quiet bus, so everything was going quite smoothly at that point. So the first signs that things were not going to go quite as smoothly today, we had some really fairly serious issues with our payment card. We travel with the Chase UK banking card. We've got the digital app with Chase UK, and it's worked really well with for us in previous trips. But the first time we tried to use it today just to buy some water, the card was declined, saying that there was something wrong with the PIN. Checked the PIN, checked everything was working, the card wasn't frozen or anything like that. Tried again at another kiosk and it was declined again. So we lost a lot of time this morning trying to sort that out. It has now been sorted out, but that was very stressful because it also wasn't letting me use any backup option, so it wouldn't let me transfer my money to Ross's Chase account, which is usually our backup option. Nothing was working, so there was a risk that all the holiday money was potentially going to be locked in, and all of the backup options that we normally have in case of a situation like that were not working. So thankfully that part has now been sorted, but we spent a good chunk of time this morning on the app talking to Chase, trying to get that sorted out. We were at this point probably not having the best morning, and we were due to go on our lightning lane for Tron Light Cycle Run at 11:15. So we made our way over there, and at that point we thought things were starting to look up. Really excited to hear the Tron music. You could feel that kind of magic feeling coming back. I couldn't wait to get on this ride. Went through the ride, really no wait to get on with the lightning lane anyway. Went through the ride, and then again disastrously for me personally. For those of you who know how long I waited for Tron, I couldn't ride. The restraints wouldn't close, which was not something we had expected at all. I mean, I'm certainly by no means a skinny person, but even just kind of watching the shapes and sizes of people that were boarding as we waited in line, there was no anticipation, certainly in my mind, that we would not be able to get on. The restraints did lock over Ross, no problem at all, but it just seemed to be between the kind of length of my arms and the shape of my leg, it just would not close. So I had to then get off the light cycle, and they did say I could go and then ride in the car at the back with the lap belt. I did decide almost instantly to not ride. I just felt I'd waited that long to ride a light cycle. If I didn't get to ride on the bike, I didn't really want to go on the ride. So Ross's train had just left and he was obviously still locked in and ready to go. They made their way round, and then that was the last time I saw Ross for 3.5 hours. For anyone who is unfamiliar with the setup at Tron Light Cycle and how it works with the lockers, you put all your belongings in a locker, and then at the exit the lockers are double-sided, so you pick them up at the other side, but you do use your magic band to open them. Now in this circumstance I had opened it with my magic band, so only I could access it. So as I was exiting, I took all the belongings, so everything that Ross had, his backpack, phone, wallet, glasses, everything that he had came with me, and I didn't think that would be a problem because I was waiting right at the exit for him. We're still trying to unpack what's happened, but I saw all the people on Ross's train come out of Tron and he wasn't there. And it just went on from there. So it was half an hour of standing there, realising he wasn't coming out at that point. The cast member kindly let me back into the locker area in case he was waiting inside for me. And then it's really, as I'm sure you can imagine, it's just gone into a cycle of us looking for each other all over the park. I should say I have now located Ross. Ross is in the room. He's just jumped in the shower for a little bit. So I'm going to go and process all of that just now. We'll let you know how the rest of the day goes. We are here very, very early. It's around 6:30 in the morning here at the beautiful Port Orleans Riverside Resort. All I will say is this:
We had technical difficulties yesterday.
we have experienced technical difficulties, also known as a series of unfortunate events. Travel day was rocky. Yesterday, our first full day, which we spent some of at the Magic Kingdom, was disastrous. We are on our way to the main area here at Port Orleans Riverside, and we are going to go and grab some lightning lanes for Gardens of the Galaxy as we're going to Epcot today. It is our Flower and Garden Day, so super excited to get back to the Flower and Garden Festival for the first time for us in 15 years. So let's go check it out.
Air conditioning is free.
We got conga!
Yes, we did.
I think the first squeal for me on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind was purely because
Conga.
conga came on. It was my fave. Oh, so that's our first ride of the trip. How were you this time?
I was absolutely fine. I'm loving every second of it. How were you?
I was a little bit,
Yeah, apprehensive?
no, I wasn't apprehensive, but I was a little bit dizzy.
That was fine.
Like, just the teeniest bit. So I think I'll be like absolutely fine the next time, but just the slightest bit dizzy this time. But oh, it's so good. I was so glad I got Conga. I'm so
Yes.
glad. So we have another boarding group.
For the virtual queue.
Yeah, so that was our lightning lane that we used. We've got a virtual queue boarding group that should be around about an hour or so. So we are now going to make our way across to port of entry at World Showcase because we are in pursuit of something very, very important. I've been thwarted and I'm not happy about it. I came here for one reason and one reason alone, and that was the Orange Bird Loungefly backpack, part of Flower and Garden merchandise. Guess what sold out again? So now I'm wearing this stupid hat because it was the only thing they had left with the Orange Bird on it.
Didn't even have your bucket.
Didn't even have a bucket hat. I'm wearing this baseball cap. They've still got the Orange Bird jerseys, which I did expect those, Spirit jerseys, I expected those to last quite a long time because I know the initial reaction to all the first round of vloggers coming to the Flower and Garden Festival, nobody was really loving the 70s vibe on it. I do quite like it and I may pick it up at a later time, but it's not for wearing in the parks. It's far, far too hot to wear a long sleeve Spirit jersey. So I do not have my Orange Bird Loungefly backpack, and as of right now I do not have a park bag because I banked on having the Orange Bird Loungefly that they got back in stock just before we came out, but it's gone. It's gone. I'm feeling very emotional about it. I'm not enjoying myself right now, so now we're going to go in search of something to cheer me up. For the purposes of the record, it is
29 degrees.
29 degrees.
+1.
1:30 in the afternoon, and it is 63% humidity right now, and it is busy. It's busy.
It's sticky.
So what have we been up to? We have had lunch, so I think it's safe to say it's much more crowded than we probably planned for, so we've abandoned the idea of the Flower and Garden Festival for today. We're coming back a couple of times when it's not a weekend, so we'll be able to do the festival properly then. So we're just having a regular Epcot day. We stopped for lunch at Rego Eagle Smokehouse. I had loaded fries with brisket burnt ends and mac and cheese and onion rings, and they were absolutely phenomenal. The portion is huge though. If you do get that dish, you have to get every sauce that they have so you can dip everything in all of the sauces, because that's the only way to eat it. What did you have?
I'm trying to remember now.
It was something, it looked
burger.
like a burger. Oh, barbecue burger?
Barbecue burger, yes. With,
Barbecue burger.
with macaroni.
Macaroni. What did you think of yours?
I enjoyed it. It was very nice. It's very large for me.
Yeah, the portions are very, very big.
So especially with the macaroni, that makes it heavier as well. But I've not actually. So, nope, I'll have it each time.
Yeah. So I'm very conscious, even as I'm sitting here, it is 63% humidity. I can actually feel my forehead getting wetter as we sit here. Oh, there's a breeze. There's a breeze. So we are going to head into Canada Circle Vision.
Yes.
Oh, Canada. Far and Wide, I think is the proper name. Go in there for some AC and for an excellent song. And then we'll walk around about the Canada Pavilion for a little bit and then see where the crowd takes us.
When we come out, it may or may not be thundering.
Yeah, the skies are dark.
Yes, and the wind is picking up.
So, in terms of sun protection today, I've ditched the hat because the hat was making me warm. I've deployed the cooling headband today for all its effectiveness right now. It takes your temperature down just a little bit. But yeah, it's a very, very hot day here at Epcot.
Yeah, we do have the cooling towels, and I think they may be getting brought out soon.
They may be out next, yeah. And that'll be the last time we're looking anyway, other than the dishevelled on the camera. So let's see how this goes. Well, that wraps up Epcot for today. I wouldn't say we've been defeated. We've called a draw with call a truce, we'll say, with the weather today. It's incredibly hot and humid and very sticky today, which is fine, but it's also very, very crowded at Epcot. We just, as we came out the park exit, there were still there was a sea of people coming in the park entrance at that point, so I think we could have been in for a very, very hot and sticky night, which is absolutely fine. We hadn't really planned how long we were going to stay today. We didn't really have anything planned for this evening, so we have come back here.
Yeah, we'll jump in the pool, we'll grab some drinks, and we'll see what the evening brings.
Yeah, so I have no idea what we're going to do.
What about you?
Apart from, exactly as Ross has said, we're going to go and get some pool time this afternoon, cool off a little bit.
Very much needed.
Very much needed, yeah. I think, although we've been in Florida at very hot times before, usually kind of early September time, I think I was still a little bit unprepared for how hot and sticky it was going to be. So we're going to get some pool time. We're going to walk around Fulton's. I still don't have my orange bird loungefly.
It's a sore subject.
It's a really sore subject. They have sold out. They've told me they've sold out. Now, I'm not ruling out them restocking while I'm here, but I have noticed a change in myself when I see people in the park with the orange bird loungefly on their backs. I just don't see why they have it and I don't have it. I want us all to have one. Everyone who wants the orange bird loungefly should have one, and I don't have one, and that makes me very sad. But yeah, there was some walking behind people with a very stalkerish look. Very upset about it. But I did, and if Ross passes it over to me, if I can't have my orange bird loungefly, I've decided that this is the year for the bucket hat. I probably don't have that on remotely the right way. But yeah, if I can't have my orange bird loungefly, then I'm going to have the silliest hat that I can find. I did have this. I also have the orange bird baseball cap. It's not a loungefly backpack, but it'll do. I'm going to go and get in the pool before this upsets me any further.
Yes.
Now my wheels in motion and my